What's up, everybody? All one of you. I think there's only one, and it's me. I'm watching myself. How's everybody doing? Everybody good? Welcome into Studio A, dude. Gotta be honest with you, man. I had all this stuff. I don't know. I don't know. You guys can't see this, but I got my whole setup here. Got my mic. Got everything set up. Got my cart. Got my cameras. Got my lights. Got everything set up, and then somebody booked Studio B. I legit had 10 minutes to put all the stuff up in here. So we are missing one thing, and when I show you the screen, I'm gonna have to do it this way. I just had to point a camera at the screen because that's all I got. Y'all will have to deal with me today because look, this is live, in person, and that's all it is, man. What are you gonna do? We're live. We're live today. So hey, while we're here, let's get, if anybody is watching me other than me in the other room, leave a comment, man. Let me know where you're watching me from. Let me know who you are, what you do, and leave a comment. Love to talk to you, chat with you, see what's up. So here's what I plan to do today. While you guys are leaving all your comments over there, here's what I want to do today. I'm going to share with you my viewpoint. Now, look, this is simply my viewpoint as well on modeling microphones and modeling software. I believe Waves makes some modeling software, as well as Antares makes a modeling system, which is jury gonna be out on that one for a minute. But I've never been a big fan of modeling anything really. I mean, I feel like I've been engineering for a minute. I feel like we should make things sound the way they're supposed to sound and record it. Not have the ability to change things later in post-production. I've just never really been a big fan of that. So I don't know. Until I was, I bought the Universal Audio. Okay, everybody knows Universal Audio. They had a sale last month, October, I believe. And they were basically giving away a Townsend Lab Sphere L22 if you bought a rack mount, Apollo. So hey, Joe, how's it going? Joe is there. Let me see if I can figure out how to get her thing up there. There we go. There it is. It's open call. Oops, sorry. I took you down a little bit too quick. There it is. Let me move that around so we can make sure we get everything in there. There we go. How's that? All right. That's the boss lady, in case anybody cares. She's legit my boss. So anyway, back to the story. We were gonna buy a new Apollo 8P, the new X8P for our Studio B. We have the X16s in this studio. This is our Studio A. You kind of can't really see it because it's a little blurry in the back, but you know what, too? Let me get rid of this for a second. That was reflecting that light. That's a monitor on that camera. It was reflecting that light for me. So yeah, like I said, man, I had 10 minutes to move this stuff, from one room to. I was all set up, man. I had the lights. I'd practiced it. I had everything was perfect. Had my coffee holder, everything ready to go, man. And then all of a sudden, I had to move because somebody's in Studio B. Anyway, hey Joe, how's the audio? Is the audio good? You all right? Can everybody hear me okay? Joey, can you hear me all right? Let me know in the comments if you can hear me. One thing I do want y'all to do, if you're listening or if you're watching the replay and you care, if you have a question for me, we're gonna get to all right, here's how this is gonna work. I'm gonna show y'all something. I'm gonna train with you a little bit, show you something pretty cool that I figured out with the Townsend mic. Okay, Joe says yay, I guess it means the audio is good. I don't understand the emojis. I really don't. Here, let me share that with you guys. I'm not really sure what the emojis mean. That could be she's mad. I don't know. What do y'all think? Anyway, so I'm gonna train with you a little bit. I'm gonna show you some stuff with the Townsend mic and a couple of different ways to hook it up in different DAWs. It's pretty much all the same. But a couple of different ways you could set stuff up in your DAW to get a wet signal and a dry signal at the same time. Yeah, look, sometimes we we want to record the vocal. Let's say we're going to record some vocals with a certain microphone. The modeling mics, it allows you to use different microphones and stuff. So you could either print that into your DAW, and then that's what you have, or you could record it dry without any processing on it, and then process it in post later. But I like to have I'm calling it a Townsend Sphere safety setup, where I have both. I'm printing what I want to hear right now, but maybe later on in a mix, it's not going to sound as good as you thought it was, and you wish you could change it, but you can't because you printed it. You got married to it, and you can't leave it. So there's that. So what I've discovered is that I can set it up two ways. One, from the Apollo, I can print both wet and dry from the Apollo console system. That creates a little bit of latency, I found. So another way that I found to do it is that I can print. It gets really confusing, but I figured out how I could do it. Basically, I'm printing inside Pro Tools. I'm using Pro Tools today, but it will work with any DAW. I've got a stereo track for my dry, because you guys know, well, we're going to explain the Townsend in a minute, but it requires a stereo track. And then I record a mono track, which is wet, which has the processing already on it, right inside Pro Tools. So today I'm going to put this template up there for you guys to download. It's so simple. It's such a simple template. I'll fill it out. I'll put some reverbs and EQs and compressors on it and stuff, make it cool for you guys. But I will be giving you a template today. I just have to finish putting it together. And then I'm going to make this available right after this broadcast. I'll make it available for you. So what I want to do is, you know what? I don't want to bash. I'm not going to bash any other system. I know that Waves makes one. Slate makes a pretty decent modeling system. We checked out the Slate thing early on. This was years ago, man. We did a shootout between the Slate ML1 and the actual mic that we were trying to, that mic was trying to emulate, such as a Sony C800G. We actually own a Sony, so we put it up against a Sony. Our neighbor had a C12, so he brought his C12 over and we put it up against the C12. Of course, we have SM57s and SM7Bs, things like that. We put it up against that. Another one of our friends had a U67. Another guy had a vintage 87. Look, no offense to Mr. Slate, but it really did not work out for us. The ML1 was not maybe it was early on in the evolution of the ML1. I didn't like it. It didn't really sound anything like the counterpart that it was trying to sound like. So I put that one away. I'm not, like I said earlier, I'm not a big fan of modeling anyway. I prefer to make it real and organic in the first place. So then came the I don't know if you guys can see that. The Townsend Labs Inc. Cameras, bro. This is a really cool little bag it comes with. It comes in a nice little case. It's over there. But this is actually the not the ML1. This is actually the L22, and it's going to be. This is not an autofocus camera, so it's kind of hard to get it. But this is the mic. This mic is unique in that it actually has two capsules inside, one in the front and one in the back. So when you do record this, you have to have you have to use a stereo input. This is the cable that comes with it. It's got one 5-pin coming in, and then it splits out to a left and a right, which is a front and a rear. So when you actually record this thing dry, it actually has a front, like you're standing in front of it, it's a little bit louder. And then, of course, whatever's coming in the back is a little bit lower. But you can process this through one of the emulations. And I like to print it as a mono. I got a weird thing about printing stereo vocals. It doesn't work for me. So what I do, and the way that I do this, and I'm gonna have to just explain it to you, and then I'll show it to you. The way that I do it is that I run through the software. So the software that comes with it is it's very well supported by Universal Audio Apollos. So if you have an Apollo, it's great for you. You can use the system without an Apollo. Don't think you can't. But with an Apollo, it makes it a little bit easier and less taxing on your CPU usage in your computer. So there's that as well. So what I like to do is I like to put, you have to use a stereo channel. So in the console, you have to link, say, channels 1 and 2 in console. Okay, and then you plug the mic in front and rear, the front being the left and the rear being the right. Um, that's just how I assumed it was done on black and red because they're black and red. So one's black, it usually is left. So then you have the both basically both microphones are working. The front and the back of the microphone are working at the same time. So what you can do too is you're in the software, you have the ability to blend this, to blend in a little bit more of the rear, a little bit more of the front, a little bit more of the sides and things like that. You can actually adjust everything. There are tons of videos on YouTube for you guys to go out and look and see how the sphere works against. There's even some about versus the ML1 and all that. There's tons of those out there, and I'm not trying to explain exactly how things work, but the way that I do there's a couple of ways I can do the wet and dry recording at the same time, okay? So I've got my mic on 1 and 2. I can just set up a stereo track in Pro Tools and record that 1 and 2. Okay, so I'm recording the raw mic without the emulation on it, okay? But I do insert the emulation, and I don't print it. You guys that have Apollos know that you can listen to whatever you have inserted on the track without printing it. Okay, so I take that and I run it to the auxiliary channel in console. And then in Pro Tools, I've got it set up where I can take just the left channel of the auxiliary in the console, the Apollo console, and I print that into Pro Tools. Now that does have the emulation on it. So that's the easiest way that I found to do it, and it's got the least amount of latency on it. I do listen to that one when I'm tracking. I don't listen to the dry. I listen to the one that's emulated, and we can use whatever microphone we want in the live recording. So when we have a vocalist in the booth, we can have the wet on there, and that's what they're hearing in their headphones without actually being committed to it, because I got a safety track of the stereo that has just the front and rear information that I can actually go back later in post and change the emulation if I want to. I can also add other inserts into that, EQs, compressors, whatever. I can send it to a reverb, send it out to a delay, whatever. I mean, whatever, in post, you can do whatever you need to do. So that is that's the easiest way I found to do it. Now, there is another way to do this in using strictly console. If you don't have console, you could do it the other way. If you don't have an Apollo, you could do it the other way. Just basically make 2 tracks, one with, one without software. So you could, you'd have to do it this way. You'd have to, in Pro Tools, for instance, you'd have to have, let's say you plugged into line 1 and 2, input 1 and 2. So there's your stereo track. You create a stereo track, and you just insert. You could, let's see. Oh yeah, you could record that one as dry. So you keep that one muted. Now let's say you want to hear the one. Hey, what's up, Joe? Let's say you hear the one. You want to hear the one that's emulated, right? So what you'll need to do is have a stereo track in Pro Tools and record that one dry, and then make a stereo auxiliary, okay, with the input, the same input as your dry, let's say 1 and 2, and then make a mono output, and then create a record track, a mono input record track, and bust the auxiliary out to the record track. Boom, and listen to that one. That one might add a little bit more latency, but you know what, man? I don't think it's enough latency that singers are going to matter, unless you got your buffer set like super high. But you shouldn't do that anyway when you're recording, right? Everybody knows that, right? So there we are, ladies and gentlemen. The third way that you could do this, we were just touching on that, is inside console. You can use the auxiliary, and you can print from the auxiliary into your DAW. You can place the software, the Townsend microphone software, on the auxiliary in console. So you can record dry from 1 and 2. You route that out inside console to the auxiliary inside console. Insert the Townsend, the microphone system on that, and then make that an input into your DAW. So that's another way to do it and lessen the auxiliary. The thing is to only listen at one at a time, because the one that does have the processing on it is going to be a couple of samples later, and if you listen to both of them, it's going to give you like a phase effect. They're going to be slightly off in all the wrong places, and it might not be perfect. But there you go. Who else? We got 3 people looking at us. No, they left. They didn't want to hang out, so that's okay. I can see how many people are here, by the way. So if y'all come in, you might want to hang out. Let me know if you guys have any questions about the Townsend mic, the Townsend Labs, Sphere L22. Let me know if you guys have any questions about this. I personally, look, I started to say this a little earlier, man. I'm not a huge fan of modeling anything, but I have to be honest. This Townsend mic, I can't tell the difference. I really can't. I mean, look, like I said, man, we own a Sony C800G. We own a U87. It's our U87s. It's not vintage. It's more retro. It's from the 80s. So it's actually from the 90s. It's 1995. But I have to say that how much does it retail for? Oh, there's a good question. I'm looking at Sweetwater right now. I can actually show it to you. I'm actually looking at Sweetwater right now, and this is the one. This is just the raw mic. It's looks like it's $1,200. You know, you could buy some bundles with some other things. $1,400. You get some headphones, a little pop filter and stuff. So that's not bad. I mean, it's not bad for. You know what? Honestly, if I had not been gifted this for, you know, with that special deal with Universal Audio, I don't think I would have bought it, because I've been burned with the emulations before. And I was legit basing this on the ML1, the Slate ML1, the my opinion of the ML1. So that's it. You know, I met with a student this morning. We interview students before we accept students. We're kind of picky on who comes in and who we work with here as for students and stuff. So I was interviewing with a student this morning, and I mentioned something about the ML1, and he said, "Oh, I got one of those." I was like, "Oh, okay." I don't want to offend anyone. Again, I'm not trying to make anybody mad. I'm not trying to. Oh, you know, I forgot to put the live thing. We're live, people. Look right there. We're live. Look at it. I forgot to put it on. Sorry. I got other stuff. Y'all want to know who I am? Here I am. My name is Donnie Baker. Donnie B to everybody. So that's me. I'm with Learn Pro Recording, but today I am in ES Audio Recording Studios, which was right over here, I believe, from Joe. Joe is my boss. Joe is the owner of the studio, and she owns ES Audio, and she is so nice to let me work here. You know, so there you go. I appreciate you, Joe. So we're going to talk about that a little bit too. We might get into. I really wish there was some more people in here, but it is the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. I guess is today Tuesday. Yeah, it is the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. I just kind of thought that it is the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, and everybody should be home getting ready for cooking up. You know, but I guess people are out and about, maybe going to buy their turkeys and stuff. So what have you? I wanted to discuss with you guys some other things as well. If you guys have any more questions about the microphones, please feel free. I wanted to discuss also today, about being grateful for what we have and what we do and who we are and that kind of thing. And I know that gets kind of, it's kind of cliche. It's kind of like the damn Black Friday sales, bro. Somebody asked me today, so what are you doing for Black Friday sale? I'm not, I don't know. I haven't thought about it. I don't know. Damn. I'm not one that likes to conform. I mean, I like to be different. I like to be different than everyone else. So I'm gonna make mine like a Purple Tuesday or something next week. We'll wait till next week. I'll make it a Yellow Wednesday or something. I don't know. Whatever. We'll come up with something. It'll be good, whatever it is. So I have been thinking of a pivot as far as Learn Pro Recording goes. I want to be able to reach more and do more and help more look, there's tons of people out there on YouTube teaching you how to use an EQ and a compressor. I just go look at that, man. I'm not trying to jump on anybody's bandwagon with that, but what I want to help y'all with is starting your own business. Being your own business, understanding how this business runs. It's different than regular business, so I want to kind of really help out in that area. So that's kind of where I'm going to pivot. I'm going to pivot more towards less about how to use an EQ and more about how to get paid for knowing how to use an EQ. Sounds like a plan to me, right? So I'm sure you guys will agree that that can happen. You know what I'm saying? So I want to be able to coach. I'm going to spend a little more time in the upcoming quarter. This is the end of the year, so we're kind of wrapping up the year and getting ready for December's always super slow in the studio, but I mean, I said that now, and all of a sudden I'm looking at the calendar. I'm like, man, we got 2 album projects we're working on and starting in the first week of December, so that's kind of cool. But so maybe we'll be busy. Maybe we'll be too busy for me to even think about anything coming up in the new year. But the new year, I want to kind of pivot a little bit with Learn Pro Recording and spend a little more time developing and building on the membership in the community, because I think that's where this stuff is kind of where we need to get together and work together, and this way is fine. I mean, I can see your comments, but I can't see you. There's a new community feature coming in January on the platform that we host Learn Pro Recording on that I'm super excited about. Maybe I could talk to you guys about that later. I have not been granted the beta. Hello, Kajabi, waiting on you. So, but I have seen others using the system, and it's going to be awesome because we'll be able to do like a Zoom meeting, but it's not Zoom. And we'll have multiple people in the window, and everybody can talk to each other. We can have breakout meetings, like half of you guys can go over and talk about microphones, the other half can go over and talk about how to write invoices or do accounting or something. So there's just tons of stuff coming up, which I'm super excited about. So my plan is, in the new year, I'd like to spend a little more time building and growing the membership in the community for Learn Pro Recording. There's the courses out there now. There's a basic audio engineering course and an advanced audio engineering course, which are cool. But again, YouTube has the same stuff, So I don't want to try to take time to grow those things and build those things when a lot of that information is already there. We already have a couple of courses there that I spent this year building, so I think those are going to be I'll just update those and make sure that those are working and having everybody come in and enjoy. So I do want to spend a little more time and a little more effort on the membership and community, which I kind of feel like I've laxed on these past few months because I've been building the other course. I kind of let the membership kind of just sit there for a couple of months, and I've got paying clients in the membership, and I really need to cater them and take care of them. So y'all want to look at the computer? There's the computer. Look at it. Isn't that awesome? So what that system does have the two channels. One is the top channel there is the Townsend, what we call the Townsend dry. The one on the bottom there is the Townsend wet. So one is going to record without any processing, and then the other one is a mono channel, which is going to record through the actual system and using whatever mic system we use. Let me bring that up. Hang on. I can bring that up. I know y'all can't really hear me right now, but this is the it's going to tell me that I'm not connected. I don't have the mic connected. That's what that is. So that's what the software looks like. You guys can kind of see that you can model pretty much any mic, but there's all kind of controls on it, which really helps when you're building things. So, but otherwise, I'm not going to make this a training video on how to actually use the Townsend mic. We're not actually going to hook it up. There's tons of those out there. If you want to go look at them, just go do a search on YouTube for Townsend Sphere L22 versus ML1 or something like that, whatever. It's pretty cool. But I'm hoping that these monthly live things pick up and get bigger and better, because I actually have a coach, and I go into his lives but he's got tons of membership. He's got tons of members, So there's like 3,000 people available there, and there's a lot, on the lives there's usually 200, or sometimes more than that, people all in the room at the same time. We're all chatting and talking and enjoying and having a good time, making comments, making funny jokes and things like that. So, that's kind of neat. I'm hoping that Learn Pro Recording gets to that status, not necessarily that big, but, to that status where we can, have a lot of people in here making comments and stuff. Where yeah, I'd love to have it where I have to hire a moderator, somebody to watch the I do everything myself. I don't know if y'all know that. I set stuff up. I'm not a camera guy. Don't get me wrong with that. I do okay, but I'm not really a camera guy. This camera is it's not a this lens is not a autofocus, or it is. It is an autofocus, but it's horrible. It's the camera. The autofocus on the camera just isn't that great. That's a Lumix. That's the Lumix G7. The other one over here is the Panasonic Lumix GH5. So that's what we have a GoPro here too, but I see this not even connected. I'm not a fan of GoPros. Again, man, just not enjoying that GoPro. That's the GoPro 10, the Hero 10. Nasty. Don't buy it. Wait for the 12 or 14 or whatever's coming next. So, any questions, comments, or concerns? Please reach out. I'm right here for you. I do have something for you. I'm gonna make this template. I'm gonna build this template a little bit bigger. Don't trip. It's not gonna be just 2 tracks. Let me bring that back. Let me bring that back so you see how fun that is. Yeah, that's really only 2 tracks. So I'm gonna add to that, and I'm gonna put it up. I'm gonna put that up for the I'll put that. I'll also see if I can put up the template for the console. I'm not sure I can do. I might be able to do that. I'll see if I can strip that out and zip it up in a folder and put that with it. So if you guys are using an Apollo, you'll have that set up. But it's so easy. It's just really simple. You know, doesn't really take that much effort to do. But if I can, I'll make that available with this Pro Tools. And you can follow the same thing in Logic. You follow the same thing in Ableton. You can follow the same thing in FL. You can follow the same thing in Studio One. Whatever DAW you're using, have at it. You know, it's pretty much the same setups. It's the same inputs, same outputs, that kind of thing. So you guys can just copy it. You know, basically it's one dry, one wet, then add your favorite reverbs and stuff to it. So any questions? I'm right here for you. We do have access. I do actually have the ML1 here. And you guys can see that the ML1 is $800, man. I'm sure there's a Black Friday thing going on, so there should be a Black Friday thing going on with that. Here's the actual website. These are some of the models that they have, man. You know what's really funny? And I'm not again, man. I'm not bashing anybody about anything. I love the way that they just don't really add the logos and stuff for the real mics, and they call them like the FG49. I'm assuming that that's a U49. I'm assuming that that's the 800, the C800, but they call it an FG800M. Okay. This is definitely I don't know, a 67, a C12. There's another 800. What's the difference between the M and the regular? I don't know. Again, man, I'm not a Slate. I'm not an ML1 fan. I do enjoy his plugins. I do enjoy some of the mixing plugins that he uses. I do use those. But not really a fan of that. I'm not a fan of modeling anything. We have a couple. I have a modeling guitar amp, which is again, not really great. But it's okay, but it's not really great. I mean, let's get a Marshall head and dial in our sound. Let's get a pedal board that's put together the way the guitar player likes it. So I'm just saying. Any questions? Still here. Still waiting. This is live. Y'all know that, right? This is live. See the sign right there? Where is it? Right there. That means I'm live, bro. I can turn it off if I don't want to be live, but I'm live right now, man. Here's where I'm gonna put the template for you. So if you guys want to go download that. It's the Townsend Sphere L22 safety template. It's gonna be learnprorecording.com/Townsend. TOWNSEND. Go grab that, man. It's gonna be free. Everything, a lot of stuff we do is free. I am putting together a Black Friday email to go out on Black Friday, but that's gonna be for the trial of the membership and community. I want to give you guys 90 days free of that. Now, here's my plan with the membership is that I'm gonna be regrouping on it. I'm gonna be rebuilding it, and because the community is going to be in January, the new community is rolling out. Um, the platform that we use the platform we use is Kajabi for all of this stuff, and this software that I use to broadcast this is Ecamm Live. I can, because I've got a Stream Deck, and I could throw these graphics up. I can build the graphics in advance and throw them up there. So that's what we use for that. I do hope that the new community feature is going to be chock full of features that's going to help you guys enjoy more of what we do. So there is that, and I want to take some time and build that up. And in January, this is important. If you guys get in now with the trial, go right now and download this and get in on the trial. It's 90 days free. If after 90 days you decide you want to keep it, it's only going to be $27 per month. That's what the membership is going to cost you going forward. Okay, if you wait till January to get into the community, in the membership, it's going to cost you $47. So the price is going up in January. Okay, that's important. If you get in now, there will be you'll be grandfathered in at $27 forever. If you wait until January 1st, it will cost you $47 for the new membership and community access, because I'm going to take at least the first quarter of next year is going to be dedicated to building my membership and my community. Okay, I'm not going to be building any courses in the first quarter of next year. I'm going to spend all my time working on strictly the membership and community, making this bigger and better. I want to do lives like this. I also want to do structured workshops. I want to do seminars, if you want to call them that, where you guys come in and tell me what we're going to do, that kind of thing, and we do whatever it is we do. And I also want to do weekly training, as usual. Is going to be in the membership and for members only. There'll be the YouTube version, but then there'll be the membership version, which is a little bit different, a little bit better, a little bit longer. So get ready for that. Training is going to be all about business building in the audio recording. It doesn't have to be recording. Any audio engineering, music producing, studio ownership, whatever it is you want to learn and discuss, I'm your dude, man. I got you. So there is that. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get up out of here, man. Y'all, there's only two people looking at me, and it's probably Joanne and myself. So there is that. Any questions before I leave you? I do want to talk to you. We touched on it a second ago. I get so distracted. Got coffee, got my mics, got my water, got all this stuff here. I'm like a I don't know, very distracted. I'm like a little puppy. Ooh, a squirrel. Whatever. So I did touch on that, man. Being grateful and talking about Thanksgiving. Joe, you especially know that I'm not like super sentimental to that kind of stuff, and I don't really, maybe I don't spend enough time being more grateful for what we have and what we do. But thinking about it, man, we got we really should. I don't know. I think the world would be a better place if we all stopped. All right, so Joe, you and I know we were driving around last night, going to the Fish King to get some crawfish for the gumbo, and yeah, that's right. We don't have turkey. We made gumbo. So now we were going to the Fish King over here in Glendale to get some crawfish tails for the gumbo. And man, driving around, dude, people are just impatient. People are really everybody's in a hurry. Everybody's trying to get somewhere, and it's just, man, if everybody just took the time and listened and enjoy, what's going on around you, I think everybody the world would be a better place. Everybody's so I don't know. It's just weird. I don't want to get too political or philosophical, but the world right now can use some love, man. Let's just stop and think what you can be grateful for, what you can be thankful for this year. There's so much. There's just so much that we have, and so much that we get to do. There's so much that we get to do. And part of the deal with this stuff is some of y'all don't do it. Some of y'all just like keep your job at the Starbucks. Even though you hate it, You hate going there. Every day you're like, oh my God, I got to go to that place again. Got to deal with all the people in their coffee orders. Whatever, man. Whatever it is that you guys do that you hate, stop. Quit. Go do something that you love to do for your job. Learn how to make your money doing something that you love to do. And that is, dude, that is amazing. My life is fantastic. I'm by far the richest. I'm by far the wealthiest person in the world. I do consider myself very rich. I have a loving wife that would pretty much do pretty much anything for me if I asked. And together we're great partners. And I have to be very thankful for that. Just because without my wife, I mean, I don't know. I don't know where I'd be. I'd probably, living in a car somewhere, or maybe not even in a car. But, no, I don't know, man. I rant. But it's one of these things, man. If everybody just took some time and listened to their environment, listen to people around you, listen to your friends and family, really listen. Like, get in there and go, oh, okay, let me listen to you. Just, I don't know, man, it'd be so much better. Like right now at home, we've been kind of fixing things up a little bit. We kind of, through COVID, man, we just kind of let shit go. And oops, sorry, Joe. Trying to keep this PG, bro. So, through COVID, man, we kind of let things, go. We kind of just let things go. Instead of having something in your hand, go, oh, I don't know what this is, I should throw it out. We go, oh, what if I need this? I'm gonna keep it. So I don't know, it's weird, but so we've been, Joe's been cleaning up and basically getting rid of things that we've been holding on to for the last 2 years because of COVID stuff. We haven't been going anywhere, haven't been doing anything, haven't been going around people. And it's been tough, man. It's mentally, it's a tough gig, man. And then there's there's been some physical stuff and I had COVID and it wasn't pretty. And it was tough, man. And there's been some residuals from that, which is, it's not funny, but it is kind of, but at the same time, it's been, you really got to appreciate who's around you that's helping you and is there for you, is there for you personally or emotionally, mentally, physically, financially. If you younger guys get out there and, if your parents are helping you, your parents are helping you, they're paying for your schooling. They give you a house to live in. They feed you. They might put gas in your car. They might pay for your cell phone bill, whatever, man. Reach out and say thank you. Just hug your mom and say thank you, man. That's all. Just reach over there and tell your dad you love him. It's really, really simple, and it makes everybody's world better. You feel better because you told your parents how you feel. Your parents feel great because you actually acknowledge that you're there for them. Be thankful. Be thankful for what you have and what you get and be thankful for who you are. All right, enough of my ranting in the emotional department. So there's that. You guys have any questions about the microphones? No? You're all good? Everybody's good? You got any questions about life? Anything, man, I'm here for you. I'm gonna give you a couple more minutes, but I'm here for you. Anything you want, ask me in the comments. If it's, there's only 2 of us in there, so, all right. Joe said she's off to get the turkey fixings, so there you go. Joe's got to go. She said happy Thanksgiving, so bye. She's just so good at that. She knows what to get. She knows. I am not going to give her the recipe for the gumbo. It ain't going to happen. She keeps trying to butter me up to get the recipe. Not going to happen. So don't care. Do what you want to do. You can get the recipe after I'm done. Okay? I got my grandma's recipe for gumbo, and there's nothing better. In my world. Somebody else might try and go, ooh, that's nasty. But in my world, grandma's recipe is the best gumbo recipe. And I think that members of my family that have been eating it for a long time will agree that it's the best there is. So there you go. All right, look, I'm going to get up out of here. One more time, here's the template download. Y'all go grab this. I'm going to finish building it here in a sec, and I'll put it up there for you. So give me a half hour. Give me 30 minutes. I'll have this template up there for you. Just go grab it. learnprorecording.com/Townsend. Enjoy that. Again, here's that trial for that membership. Don't forget, man, if y'all get into the membership now, it's only going to be $27 for the rest of your life. If you wait until January, you wait until the first quarter of 2023, it's going to cost you $47. So it's going to be a little bit more. Of course, there's going to be a whole lot more involved, but if you get in now, you're going to have that for only $27. You're going to get all the stuff that everybody else gets for $47, but y'all going to have it for only $27. So go grab that. Enjoy that. And we will see you guys on the next live. I love hanging out with y'all, and I can't wait to do it again. Maybe we'll do it again next week. I don't know. These are sporadic. We try to do at least once a month. Sometimes we do more, but sometimes we only do one. So there you go. It's fixing to get busy up in here. We got a lot of projects. We got 2 album projects coming in December. Maybe I could talk one of these album projects into, let me just throw a couple of cameras up, and maybe at one point we could do a live on that. Y'all can see how the process works of us doing. Let me know in the comments, or let me know in an email if that is something that you guys might want to see. I'll ask one of the clients if they'll let us do that. At least throw one camera up in the room so you guys can see what's going on in the room. Maybe a picture of the screen of the Pro Tool session so you can see it going as it's going. And then we can talk about mic placements and how I do what I do and how things sound and stuff like that. So I'm going to get up out of here. You guys have a great Thanksgiving, and don't forget to hug your mom and dad. Tell them that you love them. Call your sister, call your brother, call your family members, and let them know that you appreciate everything that they do for you. And just give thanks, man. Thank them for being who they are and for loving you. I have to do that all the time because I'm hard to deal with. So I got to thank people a lot, So I'm just kidding. I'm not that bad. So anyway, you guys have a great Thanksgiving, and we're going to talk to you guys after. We'll talk to you guys on the next one. I'm out of here. My name is Donnie B. I'm out. Peace.